Howdy, Possum Patty here. And as you can see out the window there, that it is a beautiful, snowy February day. The perfect kind of day to stay inside and have some journaling play. I decided to go into the closet to get this bag of journals. Yes, I have journals that are not on my journaling shelf, because this is like a to-go bag, and these are my slow down, take your time, grab the bag and go to the beach and do some journals. And inside this bag, I do have a heart-shaped journal. Now, I will link how I made this below. Very, very simple. And I figured since it's Valentine's Day that I would do a spread in my heart-shaped journal. Now, I do have a pile of Valentine's things and various papers from the Dollar Tree. I would like to use up some of my Dollar Tree Crafter Square supplies. And down in the magical basement, I found a few more Valentine's things from the Dollar Tree. So I will share this with you. And then we're going to open up this journal and I'm going to do like a double heart spread today. Yeah. And I did get some inspiration out of this journal. So I'll show you that too. So why don't you come on along for a little Valentine's Day journaling play. First, a quick glimpse of some of the older Valentine's Day products that I got at the Dollar Tree. And this is a pack of 24 wooden hearts, some unpainted, some red, some pink, different sizes. And a pack of 6 laser cut hearts. I thought these were really pretty. And a random pack of sticker hearts. I must have opened up a few packs and put them in here because there are sparkly hearts and felt sticker hearts and then foam sticker hearts, like the conversation sweethearts that you buy. And apparently I dumped them all into this baggie, but you know what? But I do have this little gnome heart love box that I said I was going to fill up with hearts. Oh, and I found these burlap hearts. And I don't think they're stickers. I think they're just burlap, but that'll be fun to decorate. And there's sparkly hearts in here from the Dollar Tree. And will these fill this up? Probably. Probably. I might have to get another box. Well, that's funny. That one has the product information on it, Greenbrier, so I know these are from the Dollar Tree. Well, you know, hearts are good all year. So right after Valentine's Day, when the hearts go on sale, that's a good time to stock up on hearts because love is appropriate for any season. It does not have to be Valentine's Day. Look at that. Oh my. That does fill the box up, doesn't it? All kinds of hearts. Felt hearts, sparkly hearts, foam hearts, and now burlap hearts. Oh, and I do have wooden hearts. Should we put the wooden hearts in there too? Oh, well, that is a lot of love. This box is now full with love. And I will keep that right here on the desk and use those. This is from Walmart, and you know what? We're going to stick to the Dollar Tree theme today, so I'm going to put this aside. I do have lots of purple, pink, lavender hearts. I love this typewriter. Camera. Really pretty. Some holographic ones. And these are sort of like the metal tone ones. I love these two little birds here. And then I did pick this up last year or the year before. I forgot now. I've had it for a while. A nice wooden frame with a heart cut out. And I thought this would make a great journal cover for February. But I decided to use my Emma Shabby Chic journal this year. But I'll keep this in stock for maybe next year. It is kind of thick, but I'll work on it and see if I could turn it into a journal cover. I thought it'd be really fun to do a mixed media collage on all this blank wood space. It's a little long. I wonder if I could get Mr. Possum to cut this down to like a square. That would be a fun journal, wouldn't it? We shall see, we shall see. So I'm not using that today, but I thought I would share that along with all those other things. Now, I already did a haul on all the different Valentine trim and ribbons I got. I did that the other day. And I'm using this paper that I hauled the other day. And this is a combination of those little scrap paper packs and some of those larger 12 by 12 sheets. And I also took out the 6 by 6 packs. Now I hauled all this stuff already in my Dollar Tree hauls. I got it all out. And I did find some new stickers. I thought these were really pretty. I love this purple one here. All you need is love. I might use that today. I'm thinking about it. And these, I have an idea for this big love, but it's going to involve some alterations. Oh, and there's another one, which is more of a subdued tones. Got wood tones in the background. As you can see, I'm not sure which ones I'm going to use yet. And I did get a set of Princess Sparkly Glitter Gel Pens. And we're going to test these out in pink, purple, and green. And these are Peach Tree Playthings. Yeah, I can only find this one pack at the Dollar Tree, so I don't know if there were more colors available or how they're even going to work, but we'll try them out. I got some paint from the Dollar Tree. Not sure if I'm going to use it. I just took everything out so I could have a play. Paper, pens, paint, sticker, ribbons, trims. And this is my inspiration. And there's a page in here. Oh, here it is. I marked it. Now this is my inspiration, and these are called zendangles. So you sort of have like a zentangle border across the top, and then you dangle some objects coming down. So I was thinking about using some of those papers and ripping them into strips to put at the top, different colors and patterns to do the zentangle part, and then maybe using the gel pens or the ribbons or something to do this little bit here, and then using some of the hearts to put on the ribbons. And then I was thinking of cutting the words love and adding them, or using this as my quote for the page. All you need is love. Haven't decided yet. We will work intuitively, which is the artist's way of saying, I don't know what I'm doing. But inspiration will happen. A book that takes its time, an unhurried adventure in creative mindfulness. I copied this from my flow book, and I made a heart-shaped journal from a brochure about doors and windows, I believe. We got this at the, one of the big box home improvement stores. We were in this section. Mr. Possum was looking at something, and I grabbed a couple of the brochures. And I said they would be great for making journals. I took out the staples and Added just a couple of stitches, a pamphlet stitch with some wax thread. And it just has, you know, some collaging, some sketching, and just some inspiration for when life gets crazy to slow down, take a deep breath. Your heart carries beauty into the world. I put some heart quotes here. I love this one. Sometimes the smallest things take up the most room in your heart. I love that. And this one has a little bit of an art vibe to it. The colors of love and of course flowers. And then a little Ralph Waldo Emerson here. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. I'm going to skip this page and go to a double spread. And I'm going to try and put the strips across the top, the zentangle strips across the top, and then some dangly things and some hearts across the bottom, and either use this quote or the letters love. Haven't decided yet. So the first thing I have to do is to cover these hearts, and I did trace them on this Dollar Tree 12 by 12 sheet. And I could just fit, I only have one purple, and I could just fit both of these on here. So I'm going to cut these out. I might rip the edges. Because I did rip the edges on this one. I kind of like how it looks. So I used my thumbnail to move these things out of the way. So this is the first step. Putting in a background because I want to cover up the brochure, pictures of doors and words, descriptions. And I'm just going to use my thumbnail to go around the edge. Now this paper has a white core, and I love the way it leaves a decal edge like that. Sort of the opposite of distressing, right? And if you want to get that white edge on a certain side of the paper, always rip the paper towards yourself like this, and then the white will be on the side that's up and not on the opposite side. Well, this looks pretty good, and you tell you what, I was going to glue these down, but I think it will almost be a little easier to complete them first and then glue them in. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on these two, and then I will glue them in the journal when I am done. So let's look at the inspiration again. So we need some wavy patterns, sort of get wider and narrower, and they don't have to go all the way across. And maybe some plain in between. And I was thinking maybe I can use some patterns and then maybe some solid pieces that I could doodle on with the glitter pens. Or another pen if that doesn't work. And we're going to do that across the top like this. There goes Mr. Possum with the snow blower. So it's going to get noisy for a while, but that's okay. We'll let him do his job. So these are the 6x6 paper packs. Different colors and patterns. This one's a darker set. This one's a more spring. Polka dots and checks and plaid. Some darker colors again. And then some lighter florals and patterns. I pulled out a bunch of sheets and scraps, and we can give this a try. I was going to stick to the pink and purple, but then I threw in some greens to see how that might look. I'm not really sure yet, but I can cut these or rip these? Shall I cut these? And let's see, so you're gonna go wide and then narrow and wide. So you just kind of want to do something organic like that. Yeah, it's perfect. And these are a little short, but that's okay. What I can do is at the end, just make it come to a point and then start a new one. Let's see. Now I've got to work this out. I haven't worked it out ahead of time. Let's see. So if I take the next paper and I use it as a pattern, I know that's hard to see right there. So that's the shape of this one. So then the one above it, make a little different. Ooh, yes. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Look at that. And I can draw designs in there. All right, let's do one more together, and then I'll cut a bunch of these up. I love this color in here. Something like that. Okay, I'm going to cut a few more, and I will be right back. Well, I'm loving this. I have all my shapes glued down, and these are all from the 6x6 paper packs, and the gold hearts are from the paper scrap pack. Oh, a couple little scraps here and there left over. Now to emphasize this part, I'm looking at my inspiration here. I'm going to take a black glaze pen, which is like a dimensional shiny gel pen, and draw in these black lines, and takes a few minutes to dry. So then when it's dry, I'm going to be putting some of these designs inside some of these shapes. Now you can use any pen you want to. I just happen to love this pen. And I'm going to start at the top, draw my line. Now some of the lines can be thicker than others. Now I try not to get too much glue on the paper where I want to draw, so oops, there's always a oops. So if you got a little oops like that, make the line thicker there. No problem. Even though we're using a zentangle as our inspiration, by using the pattern strips of paper, we are recreating some patterns. I made the black lines a little thicker in places, and now it has sort of a neurographic art aspect to it. And because this does have some plain strips in between, you can be done at this point. You can say, okay, I'm done, I'm finished. Or you can go back in and do some more designs. I'm not sure which ones I want to do, but I do want to test out those new sparkly pens from the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I want to get them going on the white paper so we can see what they look like. And the green. Got to get them going. Not too bad, not too bad. All right. Clear the deck. Clear the deck. And like I said, at this point, you can just be done. Or you can use some of those patterns as inspiration. Now, one of the easiest patterns was just like a simple bow. And another pattern was hearts. Should I stick to purple or should I mix the colors up? By sticking to the purple, it's almost like a tone-on-tone vibe here. So I'm just going to go ahead, I think, and fill in all the purple because I'm kind of liking the tone-on-tone. it's not taking away from the other patterns. I'm going to go back to the page and get some inspiration here. They have a lot of repeated designs. I'm loving the purple on the purple, the tone on tone. Did all my little zentangle designs there. And I'm just loving how that came out. Now I need to work on what I'm going to do down here. And I wanted to do a couple of dangles. I like this heart because it's got purple on it. But I don't want it so dimensional, so I'm going to take the foamy thing off. And let's see. Now my idea for this was to take it apart. Take it apart. It's on there with some foam. I only want one layer. Okay, I might be able to use this for something else. And again, I'm going to take these off. All right, now let's operate. And somehow we're going to start this. And then I'll clean it up. Now this heart might be too big, but I do love it. I do love it. Just give me a moment to clean these up. I think I'm going to go with 6 elements, LOVE, and 2 hearts. And do I glue these down first and then make the danglies? Or do I make the danglies and then glue these down? I think I better glue these down first. And then I'll put a couple of pink danglies on there. I colored in one of the hearts pink. Okay, so to make the dangly things, they're definitely not perfect. They are just lines coming down like this, and you can put some curly things coming off like that. This one's kind of plain, but no problem. You can always have, let's see, this one's coming off here. We can bring that up to there. There, that gives that one a little more interest. And then even down here, where it attaches, we can give it some more curliness. We can make one sort of come down, go around, and then twirl this way. Like that. And make some streamers hanging. Like you got some banners. So just have fun with it. They can be wider at the top and wider at the bottom. Narrow in the middle like that. They can, let's see, make a big one coming across like this. Yeah, I'm just going to decorate this up and we'll see how it looks. Well, I think I'm almost done here. I probably could just go on forever doodling. I'm just adding a couple of dots to the cross banner here. But I believe I'm just going to say, okay, that's done. So these pens are working really well, except every once in a while, and usually somewhere up here where there may be some glue schmood, they would just stop, and I'd have to run them on the paper here for a few minutes and wait a few minutes, but then they seem to come back. So now I'm going to glue these into the journal, and this has been the perfect day just to sit here and play with this. It's been actually a few hours because I took a lunch break. Well, it's still snowing, but definitely not a blizzard because the winds never really got that strong. Although I can see the tree branches swaying quite a bit. So they're calling it a typical New England nor'easter. And I'm looking out the window. Mr. Possum thinks we're going to get about a foot of snow. And it's wet, heavy snow. He's going to have to go back out and do a second round of shoveling and snow blowing. But he's got the big machine, so that helps. And there's the whole spread in the journal. Now I must remember that I have all these hearts and things that even though it's not going to be Valentine's Day, I can still use them in my heart-shaped journal. Oh my, look who just popped in for Valentine Gnomes. Just as I was finishing the Valentine page in my heart journal, they appeared. And I guess what you call a meeting of gnomes is a Donsy, D-O-N-S-Y. So here we have a Donsy of Valentine gnomes, and they are requesting their very own page in the little gnome journal. And I do have my St. Patrick's Day gnome in here, and that is Patty Opossum, the Irish gnome, and she's back on the table right now. But I guess, yeah, they are requesting their very own page. So I'm glad the Valentine stuff is still on the table, and I'll work on that later. But they also want to wish you a happy Valentine's Day. Yes, and I want to wish you happy junk journaling. Thanks for coming along today. Bye-bye.